Okay, welcome to this topic on knapsack problem. This comes under the fourth unit, and basically it comes under the uh, topic called as dynamic programming, along with Warshall and Floyd's. See, basically, if you remember what is this knapsack problem? This knapsack problem, I'll just refresh. There are two methods here: bottom-up dynamic programming and a memory function, using which we can solve this knapsack problem. One method what you had studied before was the brute force approach. Right? Now, what is this knapsack problem? Just to refresh. Uh, Give a knapsack bag will be given, right? It will have some capacity m, it will have some objects. Your objective is to place those objects in the bag such that the capacity of the bag is not exceeded and the profit is maximized. So whenever you place one object in the bag, you will get some profit. That profit should be maximum. You should put the objects in the bags in such a way that the profit should be high, maximum, and the capacity of the bag also should not exceed. That is the logic. So this is the objective function. This particular thing is called as the objective or the optimization function. Maximize the profit. Pi is the profit into xi. Xi is the fraction of the ith object. There are small n objects. Subject to the constant that when you multiply the weight of the object, it should not exceed the capacity of the bag. That's what this object or this problem says. Now what we have to do is we have to solve this problem using this dynamic programming method. Memory function method is not there, but the dynamic programming method is there in your syllabus. So I'll just cover that. See, here I have simplified the method. The method is actually quite simple. Only thing is you have to, it's a little laborious process where you have to apply these formulas. So that's why the equation that can be applied for solving this problem is this one. Okay, I'll just come to this equation once I start solving the problem. Just I will tell you the terms. Okay, this is capital V, this is small w standing for the weight, and this small v is standing for the profit. Okay, represents profit. Fine, and small w represents the weight. Now I'll directly consider the problem so that you can understand how this method works. See, apply bottom-up dynamic programming technique to following instance of the knapsack problem with capacity W is equal to 5. So this is the problem that is given here. Okay, please observe, this is the table. There are 4 items. Each item is having 1 on weight. First item is having 2, second item is having 1, third item is having 3, fourth item is having 2, and the related profit is 12, 10, 20, 15, and capacity is 5. Fine. Now we have to find a solution such that these objects can be put into the bag such that the profit is maximized and the capacity 5 is not increased. This we had solved previously using the brute force method. Now we will solve this problem using the bottom-up dynamic programming method. First step, here what you have to do is, here you have to create n plus 1 rows and w plus 1 columns. Okay, what is this n plus 1 rows? N plus 1 means there are 4 objects, right? So please create 5 rows. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fine. Next, what is the capacity? 5. So 5 means 0, 6 columns you have to prepare. So you have to prepare a table with n plus 1 rows and w plus 1 columns. Since n is equal to 4, create 5 rows. Since w is equal to 5, create 6 columns. So there are 5 rows, 6 columns. This is the first thing you have to do. Now what you do is blindly you just fill the first column and the first row with the zeros. Okay, for that logic is there actually, but since it will waste your time, you can just fill the first column and the first row with zeros. Okay, why is because see, now you have to go on applying these 3 formulas. Now he has filled, if what this formula says, if I is and j, if I is equal to j is equal to 0, then the value of Vij is 0. So this formula, first formula is applied. That's why the first column, see, please see here, this is I, this is j. So both I and j are equal to 0. In the first row, I is this I is this I is 0. So this first row is 0. Then j is 0, 0. So first column is 0. I hope you're understanding. This is j values, this is I values. When I is 0, you make capital V. Capital V means this entire table. Capital V, this is the entire table. I is the row, J is the column. Since J is equal to 0, make the first column as 0. Since I is equal to 0, make the first row as 0. Next, we'll start filling these each entries. And the logic is finally the optimal solution or the final answer gets stored in the final box. Now, this is a laborious process, a little time consuming process, but once you practice, it will be simple for you. You have to just go on applying one of these three formulas to get the values. See now, how to calculate this entry? Please see here, this entry is calculated how 1, 0. How it is calculated? V of 1, sorry, this 1, 1. So now you have to calculate 1, 1. V of 1, 1 is equal to V of 0, 1 is equal to 0. So what is the meaning of this? Please see. Now I am calculating V of 1, 1. Means this entry I am calculating. Okay, I am calculating this entry. Now please see here, for this row, W1 is 2. W1 is 2. And what is the J value? 1. That means 2 is greater than 1. 2 is greater than 1 means apply this second formula. Okay. I hope you are understanding. Again, I will repeat. First you create n plus 1 rows. Fine. Then W plus 1 columns. Since n is 4, create 5 rows from 0 to 4. Since W is 5, create 6 columns from 0 to 5. This is I, this is J, and please here, when I is 1, W1 means first weight is 2. So what is V1? Profit. First 12. First object is 12. Similarly, W2 is 1. V2 is 10. W3 is 3. V3 is 20. W4 is 2. V4 is 15. I hope you are following. And what you have to do now, you have to just go on comparing the W values. W values you have to compare with J. If W value is greater than J, apply the second formula. If W value is less than equal to J, then apply the third formula. That's all. That is the whole logic. So now we are calculating this entry. Now when you are calculating this entry, which formula you have to apply? You have to see. For calculating this entry, that is V of 1, 1, what happens? W1 is 2. 2 is greater than J. 1. 2 is greater than J means this formula. Now you have to apply V of ij is equal to V of I minus 1 J. What is ij here? I is 1, J is 1. So I minus 1, V of I minus 1, 1 minus 1, 0, comma 1. So that's why V of 1, 1 is equal to V of 0, 1 is equal to 0. So I'll understand, just I'll continue here. Next, he has calculated this entry. What is this entry? V of 1, 2. Okay, V of 1, 2. Which formula to apply? I should see. Now again, please compare W. What is W? 2. 2 is equal to 2. Fine. Just you are comparing W with J. That's all. W with J you compare. What is the value of weight W? It is 2. What is the value of J? 2. So when W is equal to J, then again you apply the third formula. How to apply the third formula? Max. This formula you have to apply. For that, what is I and J? You just go on substituting here. Max of V of I minus 1. Okay, please here I am calculating V of this line. You please see V of 1, 2 means this one I am calculating is equal to third formula I am applying. It is this one. Max of V of I minus 1. I was 1, right? So I minus 1 is 1 minus 1, 0, comma J. J is 2, comma V of I minus 1. What is V of I minus 1? 1 minus 1, 0, comma J minus WY. What is J? J is 2. 2 minus, what is WI? 2 plus VI. The corresponding profit is 12. We'll add this. Out of these two terms, V of 0, 2 is how much? 2, 0. And what is this V of 0, 0 plus 12? 0 plus 12, 12. So maximum of 0 and 12 is 12. That's why 12 will be stored here. Okay. Next, let us come to calculating this term. Okay, just highlighted here. I am calculating this term. Now, what is this term? V of 1, 3. So I'll come here. V of 1, 3. I am calculating. Please observe. So V of 1, 3. If you see, now which formula to apply here? W1 is 2, right? J is 3. So 2 is less than 3. 2 is less than 3 means we have to apply again the third formula. Okay. So now what you have done, max of I is 1, j is 3, max of I minus 1. I minus 1 is 1 minus 1 0, comma j is 3, comma v of I minus 1. Okay, 1 minus 1 0, comma j is 3 minus what is the weight 2. 3 minus 2 plus the corresponding profit 12. Okay. So again you have to take the maximum of that. What is v of 0 comma 3? 0 comma 3 is 0. Max of 0 comma what is 0 comma 1? Again 0. 0 plus 12 is 12. Right? Again max of 0 and 12 is 12. So 12 is the answer that you will substitute here. Fine. Next again you apply for this. Okay. So again if you please observe here, j value is 4. Right? J value is 4 and 2. What happens? 2 is less than 4. 2 is less than 4 means again you apply this third formula. So now I is 1 and j is 4. So now what will be this formula? I am calculating this one. V of 1 comma 4 is I is 1, j is 4. I hope you are following. Max of I minus 1. I minus 1 is 1 minus 1, 0 comma j 4 comma V of V I minus 1. What is I minus 1? 1 minus 1, 0 comma j. What is j? 4. 4 minus 2. Okay, plus the profit. Again he gets the 12. Like this he goes on calculating the other things. Okay, fine. So I'll just randomly tell you about another method, and like that you have to now go for considering the next row. Fine. So for this row, if I will quickly tell you, now compare one, this W2 is 1, right? The second weight is 1 and J is 1. So 1 is equal to 1. So for this entry, which formula will apply? 1 is equal to 1. Will apply the third formula. Again for this entry, you compare weight with J. 1 is less than 2. Which formula? Third formula. Again for this entry, which formula? 1 is less than 3. Again third formula. For this one, 1 is less than 4. Again third formula. This one, 1 is less than 5. Third formula. Like that. For this one, 3 is greater than 1. 3 is greater than 1 means second formula. Right? Then for this one, 3 is greater than 2. Again second formula. This one, 3 is equal to 3. Third formula. This one, 3 is less than 4. Third formula. This one, 3 is less than 5. Third formula. For this one, 2 is greater than 1. Second formula. This one, 2 is equal to 2. Third formula. 25. Sorry, this one, yeah. 2 is less than 3. Third formula. For this one, 2 is less than 4. Third formula. And this one, 2 is less than 5. Third formula. So like that you will just get the solution here. And this 37 is the optimal solution. Fine. This you have to go on continuing for each of the objects. Okay, another problem I have considered here. Same thing. Apply bottom-up programming technique. Okay. Apply bottom-up programming dynamic programming technique to following instance of knapsack problem with capacity 6. Okay. Now here what you have to do, again first create. Again you have to create what? First create n plus 1 rows. Okay. And w plus 1 columns. What is n here? Number of items is 5. So we will create 0 1 2 3 4 5. Number of capacity is 6. So 0 to 7, 0 to 6, 0 to 6 means 7, correct? 7 columns and 6 rows. I hope you are following. So that will give you a complete table. This table you have to again calculate as previously you have done. So first you calculate for the first row. Immediately what you do, first row and the first column you just put zeros. Fine. Next you have to go on calculating from this notation. V of 1 comma 1, you compare the corresponding weight. 3 is greater than 1, so 3 is greater than 1 means apply the second formula. For this again 3 is greater than 2, apply the second formula. For this one 3 is equal to 3, apply the third formula. Like that you do, and finally the optimal solution get as 65. The whole method is completely based on the concept of dynamic programming, where the final solution will be got from the previously computed values. That's what pre-computed values are used to get the final solution. That's what the dynamic programming techniques is, and that was applied for this problem. So basically, you need to practice this. So I'll WhatsApp some or mail you or WhatsApp some problems. You please try it out. Any doubts you can mail me or ask me through the WhatsApp or through the mail. Thank you.